Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. We are here for the Lionsgate portal reading, our weekly energy reading, and we are going to see what we need to hear moving forward or what we can do today to prepare for tomorrow. Tomorrow is 8/8. I am filming this on Monday, and I posted something on my Instagram about how we can clear our spaces, we can clear our energy fields. I am doing a fast today. I'm only going to be drinking liquids just to really purge any kind of energy. And the cleaner our gut is, the more our manifestation abilities are heightened because our vessel is super, super clear and it's moving. It's almost like it's like all the cells get to regenerate when not a lot of energy is being used to digest. So when you're not digesting, all of the extra energy that would be spent digesting food then goes to other parts of your body and it heals. So if you have an illness or an ailment, I highly recommend fasting, maybe doing a 2-day water fast. And that allows all that extra energy to go heal what's hurting you. And when energy is coming into our planet and when we're leveling up or when we're wanting to call in more things into our life, one of the best ways to do that is to let the cells of your body rest, regenerate. And when there's new cells, guess what happens? Your body is now functioning at its highest capacity. Your light is now the brightest light it's ever been. And that is the key of the manifesting journey, is understanding that everything you're doing to your body, in your body, around your body is affecting what we're calling in. So one of my tips was to really work on your skin, meaning like your skin suit, your earth suit that you're in. And guess what? Your second skin. Your second skin is your home and your car and your office, wherever the environments that you're spending the most time in. So I highly recommend purging something today, going through your closets, going through your junk drawers, maybe switching out the pillows. I know I'm going to go shopping later. I want to get really beautiful golden candlesticks for all of the ceremonies that I do privately alone in my home for my meditations. I just want to make the space so freaking beautiful for me. I want to redo my bathroom and put all new decorations on the countertop. So that is my plan for today. I'm going to beautify certain areas of my home and I cannot wait. So I highly recommend you do the same. All right, let's get started with the reading. I'm going to call in our guides, Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. I'm an intuitive reader, a Reiki practitioner, a manifesting coach, which is my favorite. I'm gonna let this burn for a little bit. I mentor people, so if you like this reading after watching and you feel connected to me and you really want to level up and learn and heal and advance your life and really get into your soul's mission, I can help you do that. I offer a 2-week, or sorry, I offer a 2-month. I just do 8 weeks with you. We do 1 session a week. And that's all I need is 8 weeks with you. And then I send you off flying on your own. Everything's, all the information's on my website, which is in the description box below. But I love mentoring people and just showing them more of who they are and helping them remember who they are so they can, fulfill their mission. So that is my favorite thing to do. I love Reiki and I love doing intuitive readings, but the mentorship is my jam. It's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to quickly just say a prayer. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, please open sacred space. Please only allow the highest and whitest light messages to come through. Bless me, bless my cards, bless my viewers. Please give us the messages we need to hear about this Lionsgate portal and the week moving ahead and for the next 6 months, because I know this portal is opening a door for the next 6 months. Please bring us the highest. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I just heard illness, meaning like, let's really focus on our health for the next 6 months. We're only going to be putting great food into our body. We're going to be moving our bodies. We're going to be meditating more. I don't want to leave this on my table. Okay. So the first message I got was health, something regarding health, not saying somebody's going to be doomed and you're going to be sick. They're saying to focus on bettering your health. I also got guided. I'm going to pull a card from Micah Magic first. I got guided to grab this book called the Love Therapy book. It's one of my favorites. My mentor gave it to me. It's got cute little dragons. So we are going to pull a message from that book. But first, I just got guided to do Micah Magic, which is a deck that I created in memory of my daughter. You can also purchase this to have this in your home. I channeled every message on every card. And that is also available in the description box below. Thank you, guys. Okay, spot on. They're saying for this portal, we are clearing the clutter. Somebody's becoming so clear about what they want in their life and what they don't want in their life. It is crystal clear, which brings in an ending, which matches my sign, a sweet ending to a new beginning. So, first message, they wanted me to pull these cards before we dive into the book. And it's a love therapy book. So we're talking about love here. Clearing the clutter. Old partnerships are going to be ending if they're not a match to your new vibration. And when you are moving through those difficult times, please lean on the people that will support you. Don't go through it alone. There's been so many times where I know my clients, they don't think to ask for help. And I know that sounds cliche, but we really don't want people to see us cry. We don't want people to see us in pain and suffering. And some people do like that. They need that kind of like, on a superficial level, some people are like so quick to cry in front of you. That's their ego just looking for that nurturing, but it's really deep down, their soul is looking to be held in those moments. So we have a biological desire to be with people when we're in pain. And my experience in my life with losing my daughter, going through abuse as a child, and like all of the memories of my childhood coming back to me as an adult, like I went through all of that alone. Like I would be crying alone in my apartment day after week, after month, after year for so long. And I still find that I am super uncomfortable receiving accolades in front of people. Like when I first find out I just did something, it's like so uncomfortable when people are watching me because I am so conditioned to be alone. And it's really hard for me to break through that. And if you're like me, we have to learn to lean on people and we have to know that it's okay. We're fearing the judgment. We're feeling that people are going to critique us on how we're receiving this thing because as kids, we were hyper vigilant. Like as a kid, I was super aware of all of my surroundings because I had to protect myself from getting hurt. So I had to manipulate who I was to please other people so I wouldn't get hurt. So now as an adult, when I'm receiving any kind of good news or even sad news, like I'm first thinking about what other people are going to think about how I respond. And I'm manipulating my response based on them. But when I'm alone, this is why I love to be alone so much, is because I don't have to do all that mental work. I can just receive it and feel so proud of myself and feel so good and not worry about what other people are thinking. And I just had that breakthrough as I was talking about it, like, oh, Michelle, yeah, that's why you like to be alone, because it's more draining for me to be with people because I feel my conditioning, my safety relies on my response. Because if I am raw and I'm real, people might see that and they might not love me because that's what happened in my childhood. Awesome message for somebody out there. Anytime you're in one of these readings with me, I am sharing my experiences. My guides are making me share it to help you. So somebody else out there, you're experiencing the same thing that I experienced. In childhood, you had to do anything that you could to survive. And now we manipulate. And it's easier to be alone, so we don't have to do all that work. But we can heal from that. I am proof. Okay, let's see. Love therapy book. Archangel Michael, please help me pick a page. Oh, there's a cute photo. It says, I choose you because, or it's one dragon saying, I choose you because, and then the other one saying, I choose you because. I'm going to read the other page to you. It says, love and choices. Although falling in love is a powerful feeling state, the value of personal love cannot be measured by feelings alone. It is based on the choices we make to act on our loving feelings. When we decide to have a relationship with another, as lover, spouse, friend, or colleague, we are doing something specific about the fact that we are all beings united by love. However, a feeling of love is not sufficient reason to build a relationship. When our personalities, interests, values, and goals blend, our mutual desires generate a commitment to share certain common activities of life. Of course, we will always experience conflicts in our personal relationships, but if we use the skills of love therapy, these can be negotiated. Relationships depend on choices as well as responsibilities towards ourselves and others. I'm just like rereading the top part. When we decide to have a relationship, we are doing something specific about the fact that we are all beings united by love. I've been coming into this weekend, I played the all game and I starbursted, which is a pretty incredible accomplishment. I was really proud of myself. It's basically confirmation from the universe. If you don't know what the all game is, it's a board game and it's like a spiritual training. So you sign up to do it and you do it monthly. I mean, you get to choose how often you want to play, but I wanted to play monthly, and you sit down with 4 or 5 people for 4 or 5 hours. So it's like a Friday night or a Saturday afternoon, and you're just committing to this board game where every move on the board is determined by the universe, even when you roll the dice. Like sometimes during the game, if the facilitator's kind of like, I don't know if we should do it this way or that way, let's ask the universe. And we roll a certain dice, and it's a yes, no dice or die. And we get the answer. So in this game, it's like Jumanji. You're submerging yourself with the universe. You're saying, I'm signing up for the spiritual training. Show me where I need work. Show me how I can be better. And you move around the board. You move through the chakra systems. There's the root chakra, which is security, your safety around money and stability, your ability to care for your body and your own needs. And then there's the sacral, which is pleasure. So that was fun when I landed in pleasure. It talked about how I overindulge too much and I need stricter boundaries and discipline with my diet. And even just with who I'm engaging with, I need to have boundaries. And then the next one is your energy system, your solar plexus. That's called the energy path. I was stuck in the energy path for 4 months. And that's when I was moving through a lot of fear in my life, which was kind of symbolic. So that was perfect. And it's because I was creating my fear in my head. I was thinking and forcing something that wasn't meant to be. And it was creating all of this angst and anxiety. And I just had to drop it and go, Michelle, that's not meant for you. You're not meant to do that right now. Why are you forcing this? And it was all about public speaking. It wasn't time yet, but I kept forcing it and thinking about I should be doing it, but the universe wasn't bringing me any opportunities to do it. And I was creating a monster, and I had to just drop it all and say, no, this isn't the right time. I need more healing in other areas. And the game reflected that back to me. As soon as I dropped it, I actually like removed myself from this fear group that I was in because I had so much going on in my personal life. But as soon as I let go of that group, the game moved me out of that path. I was stuck in it for like 3 months or 4 months, and the game moved me out. So it's so cool. So I know we're in this reading and you guys are looking for the cards, but I just wanted to share this because it is so cool how life is always bringing us exactly what we need when we need it. And the reason why, I'm pretty sure I lost my train of thought of why I brought up the game, but I'm going to finish describing it. But when we're thinking, oh, I was talking about the love, what I got from the game this weekend. So as we move through the energy path, then we move into the heart chakra, which is pretty cool. And then you go into the throat, which is willingness. And then you make it to the mind, which is your third eye. And it's just a really cool game. But once you reach oneness, which is your crown chakra, you get all the way around. And it took me 11 months to get there. And I sat down to play on Saturday. We start with a meditation. In the meditation, we have to ask the game, what is your intention for me today? What do I need to hear today? What do I need to learn for my spiritual training? And I heard joy, celebration, balance, and union. So I wrote those down, and then we share it all with each other. We tell each person goes and reads what they got in their meditation. And if you don't get anything, you don't get anything. And then it was my turn. I roll the dice and I roll an 11. And the 11 takes me all the way around the board to the center of the infinity symbol in oneness, which is a star. And that means it's kind of like winning the game, but not really winning. You're just playing with yourself. But it's feedback. The universe made me roll an 11 to let me know at the start of this game, complete, mission complete. I have learned all of my lessons. I have moved out of my mind. I've moved out of the energy path. I'm no longer blocked by certain things. It's like a spiritual evolution of, heck yes, Michelle, you made it, you did it. So for me, 11 months of grueling lessons and habits and toxic patterns and entertaining people that are not respecting me and dealing with relationships in my family and people going through illness, all of it played out in my real life while I was playing this game. That's why I call it like Jumanji. And the biggest lesson that I also learned in my meditation on Saturday, I was laying there, sitting there, and I was grabbing all of the men from my past, all of the women, anybody that's ever hurt me, or anybody that's ever hurt me. I was like, in my meditation, I was gathering them all in a circle and I was hugging them all. And I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you for doing this. And thank you. And I was kissing them and saying, like, you're such a good player in my movie. You made me so much better. And it felt like oneness. So it was so cool that I had that vision in meditation. And then I reached oneness, which is essentially divine love for all beings, where you're out of your ego and you're literally just here and you know the purpose of life, and your energetic system now matches that level of I don't want to call it evolution, but I guess it could be that enlightenment, maybe. I don't know. I guess enlightenment. But it felt like my energy system was matching that mindset that I've always had. I've always had this idea, like, I love everybody and I want to accept everybody. But then my nervous system sometimes wouldn't match that because I would still get angry if somebody hurt me. But in this game on Saturday, which feels like this, love and choices, we have a choice. So if our energy system is feeling connected and it's feeling good, we are going to choose to only allow people who love us to love us when they are a match to our vibration. We're not going to choose the toxic partner that's going to abandon us because we're no longer abandoning us. And the message that I got earlier of why I wanted to share the game with you is because I learned in this game that when you are with somebody who's not giving you what you want or what you need, it's a complete mirror. You're not satisfying some need within you. When we are in partnership, we have to literally be so whole on our own that that person's actions, what they say, what they do, it cannot affect us. And I know that sounds like a way, way high perspective, but it really is the truth. You're choosing this person because you want to do things together. You want to share life. You want to watch them in their car. I always imagine like two partners being in their own cars on a journey. You're not in their car. You're in the car next to them. You're dancing, you're singing, you're high-fiving them from afar. You're like, yes, you're driving that car so good. Look at you leveling up in your life. Look at your career. Look at your relationship with your mom. I'm so proud of you. And you're just observing that person in their car and enjoying life, the view with them. You're not in the car trying to be them, trying to control them, trying to tell them what song to put on. And you're honoring them and how they express themselves in their clothing and what they listen to and what they eat. And you're just looking at them going, I enjoy you so much. I want to spend so much time with you because it's just fun to drive next to you. And that's the energy of this message, because it says when our personalities, interests, and values and goals blend, our mutual desires generate a commitment to share certain common activities of life. So this is saying you cannot just be with somebody based off a feeling of love. You have to have a like-minded energy where you want to go and do things together. Because if you really are doing something based on somebody's looks and like the energy that you feel with that person, what if you want to like spend a lot of your life traveling and they don't? You have to have these mutual likes. It really is a thing. Like we can't go by the old conditioning. And when we don't share the same values in life, you're going to struggle with parenting or making financial decisions. And it is a willingness to be a team too. So there was so much I learned from the game. And I think that's maybe why I was brought this book today. So this is all the 8-8 portal for this reading. It's showing us that we are needing to clear the clutter of those partnerships that are not a match to your values. If they are not valuing a clean home, a clean energy body, good relationships in their life, maybe it is travel for them or for you. If they're not valuing those things that you value, you're gonna butt heads. It's gonna be impossible to make it work if it was based off of a feeling of love and how they looked. And sometimes people do the opposite too. They get married because it's comfortable and it's safe. And they don't even have that like physical passion at all. So there is a healthy balance. And I am not speaking on a place from like, I know it all and I'm not even in a partnership. I'm just saying I have learned so much by not being in a partnership. And believe me, I want to be in one because I know that they make us better. They are showing us more of who we are and where we need work. And like some days I feel stagnant. I'm like, somebody tell me I need to fix something. Like, I don't want to walk around thinking like I made it. Like, I know there's so much in me and I know I push away love sometimes. So I feel like that's a message for somebody out there that you've been pushing away love. Like I said in the beginning, when you're feeling sadness, when you're feeling grief, or you're going through struggle, if you don't want people around you when you're experiencing that, that might be a sign that you're pushing away love. Okay. And I know my nervous system definitely does that. So you're not alone. Okay, let's get a message from the Rider-Waite Tarot. Cheers, Lionsgate Portal. Woo-hoo. Oh, another message. I want you all, if you feel called and this feels right for you, I want you to write yourself two things. I'm going to say something for the single people who are really wanting connection, because we were just talking about that, and something for people that just want to call in more opportunities, experience, travel, a better life. Right ear is ringing, right side is masculine energy. So maybe this is for the masculine. Thank you, guides. That was perfect. Okay. You're going to write yourself a letter from the perspective of your future self. And you're going to say, universe, I don't know what I did to deserve you. Thank you so much for blessing me so quickly with, and you just go on a rampage of all the good, a beautiful, healthy family. I now have 2 children. I now have the home of my dreams. And I have this outdoor space that I can meditate in and I love. And you're just going to write this whole beautiful story. And it's from your perspective of you already living the life that you desire. And you're literally like imagining like you have it, right? You're in the life. You're sitting in your kitchen right now watching this video and you're saying, or wherever you are, and you're like, oh my gosh, it all came true. I have everything that I really asked for in the Lionsgate portal. So you're going into your future self and you're making a list, because I have my clients do this all the time, especially my mentees. I have them track the good, track the magic. And we go back and we look at all the good that they've attracted into their life at the current moment. So you're writing this letter to the universe and you're saying thank you for everything you already have. It can be 5 pages long, it can be 1 page, it can be 1 paragraph. And then you're gonna bless it. You're gonna cleanse it with some Palo Santo. You're gonna pour all of your love into it, maybe even put it on your heart, take a few deep breaths. Then you're gonna wrap it up and stick it under your pillow. Okay, and you're gonna sleep with it under there for as long as you like. I stick mine just inside the pillowcase and it's still there. I sleep with it every single night, and sometimes I'll add more pieces in there because it's your subconscious. When you sleep, whatever's around your head is gonna jump into your subconscious. Facts. So be mindful of what's under your bed and around your bed. And no electronics near your head when you sleep. Don't even put your phone on your nightstand. Put it out in another room, okay? You can turn your ringer on if you're worried about that, about an emergency in the middle of the night, but try not to have electronics near your head when you sleep. There was something else I wanted to share. Oh, the letter for singles, for people who are wanting to call in your person. This is what I want you to do. So you're also going to do that letter. And then you're also going to do a letter from the perspective of your person, and they're looking at you and they're saying, you are just this magical being, and I am so grateful that I'm with you. So you're writing a letter from the perspective of the person that you're going to marry, and they're thanking you for being you, and they're listing every single trait, quality, value, everything that you add and bring to their life. So it's going to be a long list of you celebrating you from the perspective of your person, because now they have you and they value you so much that they're writing a letter to tell you. And then you're going to close up that letter, bless it, put it on your heart, maybe put on some lipstick if you're a girl, kiss it so you can see the lipstick mark on it. And maybe even if you're a guy, you could do that too, because the letter's coming from your person, your girl. And maybe she would do that with her letters, maybe spray it with some perfume or cologne. And for me, I would spray it with cologne that smells like my person, and then I'd fold it up, stick it in my pillowcase, and sleep with it. Okay, so those are 2 tips that I got guided to give people out there who are wanting to call in a person and just wanting to use this 8/8 portal as an opportunity to really enhance their life. Okay, Rider-Waite Tarot, what message do we need to hear today? Thank you. This is 2 again. When you guys play this back, if you rewind and see how I shuffled and the Micah magic cards came out, exact same way. They just dropped and it was in 2s. So we have an ending to a new beginning, clear the clutter. We have the Hangman and 2 of Pentacles. So I'm going to match them up with these cards, which tends to happen in my readings. The Hanged Man is an energy of waiting for the universe to move you, waiting for the universe to drop you the download. You can see he's got this like sunshine behind his head, like a halo. It's kind of like an idea is going to come to you at the right time, but you're in a hanged energy. You're waiting for the universe to show you the way. And I think what the universe is saying is somebody out there is waiting for somebody else to clear the clutter. You're waiting for somebody to get rid of what they need. And actually it's a mirrored energy. So 2 people need to clear the clutter in their lives so that they can be together. And one person is more in that hanged man energy because maybe they don't have as much to clear. But that could mean that could also mean that somebody's wanting to clear the clutter, but they're sitting on their hands. They're not doing it and they need to do it. And then we have an ending to a new beginning and 2 of Pentacles. So this is somebody making a choice. You have 2 options. You're like balancing all your options. You're like, should I do this? Should I do that? And I just saw a bunch of ducks in a row. So I think this is somebody trying to get all of their options out on the table, all of the scenarios that could happen, and they're trying to make the best choice. So before that ending can happen, they're saying this person needs to have their ducks in a row. Okay, I feel guided. I saw a chameleon this morning on Instagram and it was beautiful. It was called a peacock because it had so many beautiful colors, which obviously for a chameleon, they blend. But the message, oh my gosh, I panicked because I thought this was the chameleon. It's the frog. But with the chameleons, that's a message of don't blend, be different. People need to see you. People need to see your light. I also got a message that it could be somebody coming out of their shell and maybe getting divorced and coming out of that cold room that they've been living in where there was no love, no connection, and they're finally clearing the clutter and getting out. Or it could be somebody who was in a lovely connection, but it's just not their higher path. But it's okay to be seen. Don't blend. I think people are fearing judgment. People are scared to end relationships because of what other people will say, so they just stay in them, which is so against what your soul wants. Your body will literally suffer when that happens. I also just heard so many messages are coming through right now. And anytime my head itches a lot and my nose, excuse me, it's like, it's like more, it's like a download. It's like, it just keeps coming in and I can't handle it all. And I'm like itching all over the place. Cause I do itch my head, but not as often as I do in my readings. But it's almost like you're Your energy is literally, okay, hold on. That doesn't make sense. They just say cut the deck. So whatever message I'm about to get is going to help. Okay, we got the Phoenix, empower, fire activations, bring creative and spiritual freedom. So when we were talking about the chameleon and not blending in and being seen and fearing judgment, like maybe you're thinking you need to break up with somebody, but then everybody's gonna know, and maybe you've like plastered it on social media that you're in love with this person, and all of a sudden you're like, shoot, this is not the relationship for me. Or the message that I got earlier was there might be people in your reality who are not, they're not a match to you and your lifestyle. They're really, really nice people, but they have no self-growth. They're not on a path to learn. And yeah, we can teach these people, but you don't want to become these people. So a chameleon kind of matches its environment, right? So you don't want to become a match to an environment that is not growing and is not elevating and it's not expanding. And then the Phoenix says, fire activations bring creative and spiritual freedom. So there's going to be an activation this week of somebody setting you free. Maybe you setting yourself free and you're like, I am so done with this environment. I am done with this partnership. There's been some sort of like fire lit under my ass and I'm out and I am choosing better for myself. And I just cannot be here one more second. And it's like everything becomes clear. And to be honest, a lot of my clients experience this. And it's like they wake up one day and they're looking at all the people in their life and they're like, oh my gosh, they are all not on a journey like me. They don't match my energy. They don't match my vibration. They're literally not trying to better themselves. And I'm hanging out with them every single day. And it's like a total wake-up call. So the phoenix rises through the ashes. You had to go through that experience to understand what it feels like to not be a match to your environment so that you can learn what it is to be a match to your environment. Really beautiful message. Now it all makes sense why they made me pause for that little bit with no, and they were trying to make it come through, but I think what they were trying to say about the chameleon is don't match your environment. It's time to leave. And I know there was a girl in the all game where she's like, I need to move. I need to get out of my environment. She's living with her parents and she's wonderful. And she posts on Instagram all the time. And as she's like doing things, being creative and about to post, in her mind, she's like, is my dad going to come home and see me and think I'm crazy for doing this? And that is a total blockage of your sacral chakra, your energy system, or your creative energy, your pleasure. She's not feeling pleasure being in her creative state because she's fearing the judgment. So she has to remove herself from that environment and be the phoenix and rise above it to get herself out and to set herself free. Okay, I just got guided to do Abraham Hicks. The Abraham Hicks deck that I have, it's my most recent one. Okay, the front says, welcome to planet Earth. You are here to seek joy. Okay, this is beautiful. And it's a woman grabbing the earth and holding it. And her shirt kind of matches mine. How perfect. It says, if we were talking to you on your first day here, we would say, welcome to planet Earth. There is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. And your work here, your lifetime career, is to seek joy. As you think thoughts that feel good to you, you will be in harmony with who you really are. And in doing so, you will utilize your profound freedom. Seek joy first, and all of the growth that you could ever imagine will come joyously and abundantly to you. And as I was reading this, for anyone that wants to become an intuitive reader, as you're reading things, you'll get downloads and you'll get messages. So as I was reading this, it was kind of like somebody out there has found their joy. Like maybe you watching this, you understand what joy is. You understand the meaning of this card. And it's your job to now teach others that that's their mission, is to find their own joy in what they're doing. So an example would be somebody at a 9-to-5 job that's not joy. And for them, I'm saying that for them, that's not their joy. They're not happy there. And then here you are, sitting on these special gifts that you have, that you've mastered it, you found your joy, you maybe left your 9-to-5 job, you've created your own life for yourself, and you're doing really well. Throat chakra. But you're sitting on this information and you're not sharing how you did it. And everybody's like wandering around scared and confused, and they're like, I don't know how to find my joy. And you found it. Your job is to get your face, your energy, your body out there so people can follow you and see how you did it. So, and I'm an example of that. I taught for 17 years, and now I spend a lot of my time on YouTube teaching people how to heal, how to evolve, how to expand, how to leave their job, how to take leaps of faith. I've done so many videos on these topics because I know how much I suffered, and I didn't know what joy was after my daughter passed. I was like, there's no way I'm ever going to be happy again. And the happy moments were fleeting. They would come and go. I'd be with my nieces and my nephews, and I'd be like, oh, I finally laughed. Like, oh my God, Michelle, you haven't laughed in 4 months. It was literally that bad. Like, I didn't laugh for months. I had the thought, like, I'm laughing. I haven't done this in a while. That's how low I was, you guys. And I know you guys on here see me in a certain light and you see me a certain way. But if I could give you a video of who I was back then, I was not who I am now. And that is my mission, is to see my transformation, see how I've been the Phoenix. And it really hurts my feelings. Actually, it doesn't. It does, because I'm just sad that the world is this way, but it hurts my feelings when people look at my happiness and they think it's fake. And, I see them thinking it, or I can feel it, or they say it. And I just am like, oh, I'm really sad for them that they don't even think that this is possible, and a little piece of me does get hurt. I'm just like, you have no idea what I've been through. Like, why are you thinking that I'm fake? You don't know an ounce of my life and how I got to this space. And I'm really proud of my happiness, because I didn't want to live. 5 years after my daughter passed, I wanted to end it all and be done. I'd gone through a tough breakup. It was just like one thing after another. And I'm like, I'm done with this life. I don't want to do it anymore. So if you're somebody out there who hasn't found your joy, and you were in that space that I was in, you're like at this 9-to-5 job, money's not flowing, you're in a terrible relationship, and you're like, help, Michelle, help, help, help. That's why I'm here. And that's why if somebody out there is watching this and you're like me, there are people like that who need help. And we have to show up for them and teach them the way and show them the way, that the way you do it is you go within, you sit with yourself, you start to take care of yourself, and you ask yourself, what would I do right now if fear didn't exist? If money was endless, right? Because most people fear money. If money was endless, and my question is, if you had $1 million, what would you do every day? What would you do with your time? How would you add value to the world? And the answer is usually like their greatest joy. And they didn't think that way before. They didn't know that they could find their joy by thinking about the possibility of having millions. But you don't need millions to get your joy. You can do it ahead of time. And if you feel called, I can help guide you in that way. Everything's in the description box below. So please message me if you're in that space and you feel like you can't find your joy and you're just like, I need change in my life and I don't even know where to begin. I am your girl and I can help you. I can also direct you to other people if you feel like maybe I'm not a match to you, or I don't know. There's other people that I know too, like other mentors and coaches. We all have these special gifts, and you might not resonate with me, but there might be somebody else you could resonate with. So keep an open mind too. Okay, we have Pisces energy, fish. We have the moon energy. And this always represents somebody feels like a fish out of water. You can't find your home. You're like, somebody just get me back in the water. Give me my joy. Help me find my place in this world. And this week, I think you're going to be moved to it. I think clearing the clutter and ending to a new beginning. I think maybe the hanged man energy feels like that fish out of water. They're waiting and trying to figure out what's next. And I don't know where to go or what to do or what first step to take. And that's where I think choosing love, choosing yourself, looking at the big picture. Am I in a partnership that values me, that matches my values? If I'm not, then I am going to take action. I'm going to be the phoenix, and I'm going to remove myself from the partnership. And I'm not going to fear judgment. I'm not going to fear what other people are going to think, because I have suffered. I've been in this energy, flopping around with anxiety, depression. Maybe it's a job that you're deciding to leave. You've been miserable at this job for too long. And I am full proof that you can take a leap of faith and leave anything, and you will be provided for. I cannot stress it enough. God, the universe, is your supply. Okay? So drop your shoulders right now, hand on your heart, hand on your belly, take a deep breath with me. And I want you to make that noise out loud wherever you are, if you can. When you breathe like this, you're dropping from your head into your heart. You're allowing, the throat chakra is the chimney, right? You got to allow that smoke and that air to move through the chimney. You got to get to the heart. You got to figure out, what is my next move? How can I do this? How can I trust that I will be provided for? Deep breath. It's relief. It's calm. It's satisfaction. It's joy. That's what you're searching for, and it's available to you. You can have it. Okay. You just have to learn how to calm yourself down and trust that when you take this leap, you will be provided for. And that's actually how you get your wings and how you learn that you can rely on the universe. Because without the leap, I wouldn't have learned. Okay. That was an abrupt end. They said, grab Micah Magic. All right, we had one flip. Oh man, your leap of faith. See? Your dream job is on the way. It's coming. You've been a fish out of water. You've been a hanged man energy, and you're waiting and waiting and waiting. It's coming. Yep. Okay. 2 more confirmation. Walking away from what doesn't serve you. Cleanse your energy. I can't even tell you how much cleansing your energy this week is going to be huge for all of you. Cleansing your home. Your home is your second skin, making sure you're purging anything that doesn't feel good. If you look at it and it doesn't bring you joy, get it out. I actually just bought a new comforter because I'm calling in a new partner. So I was like, oh man, I've been sleeping with the same comforter for years. And it's not ugly or anything, but it just holds the energy of my leap of faith, of all the stress and anxiety I had leaving my job when my dad passed. Think about it. Every time I slept in my bed, I was holding onto this blanket. And when I sleep, I always gather the comforter up as my pillow and I sleep on my pillow, but with the comforter between us. And I literally that blanket held all of that sadness from my dad passing, all of the fear with financial fear. And today I put it in a trash bag and I took it outside and I'm like, get it out of my house. I'm calling in new experiences, new love, new opportunities, no more financial fear, because God is my supply. And that's what I learned in my leap, is that God is my supply. So when you walk away, when you take a leap and you're wondering how you're going to be provided for, you realize that, holy cow, I have to go through this like experience of not knowing when it's going to come, and you're freaking out at 4 a.m. And that's the fun part of this journey, is to see when it drops in and you're like, holy cow, I manifested this, and it wouldn't have come if I didn't walk away from that thing. So most people that are struggling to manifest, it's because they never leave things that don't serve them. They just keep staying in environments that are not healthy for them. Sometimes people get manifestations, but it's because the universe moved them out of certain situations to open the energy up to allow them to receive it. All right, I just feel like we've been going for a long time. I don't even know how long we were going, but let's do 2 more cards. All right, guys, what deck do you want me to do? Oh, I just heard charms. Ooh, so fun. I have all of my little crystals on top. Okay. We have a music note. I love this. A butterfly. We have 2 butterflies and a music note. So transformation. Butterflies always represent transformation. So this is 2 people going through a massive transformation. That's the leap of faith. They're choosing each other. They're going against the grain. They're going against what everybody else thinks that they should do. They're going to be seen in the light. And something with music. Let's get a card on why we got the music. Maybe music is special to you. Maybe you're both musicians. Should I be using this? Should I be using this deck? Yeah, clearly. And we just got the lion at the bottom too. The hummingbird. Be here now. So hummingbird, music, hum. Yeah. This is be here now. Be here in the present moment, understanding that when you stay grounded in your joy and you're making the choice to be with who makes you feel safe, who makes you feel calm, who gives you love, who nurtures you. And this is the music energy. This is the tie between that. The hummingbird is chilling. It's just flapping its wings really, really fast. It's getting its nectar and it's very, very present. And it's appreciating the sounds. It's appreciating the small moments of life. And 2 people that are going through a transformation are present and they're out of ego. I just heard that. The reason why they brought the music note is because when you're tuned in, that was a good one. When you're tuned in and you're listening to the music, you're present. You're listening to the sound, the lyrics, and you're out of your ego. You're not trying to make sense of it. You're just enjoying the music. You found your joy. And it's 2 people who can now dance together. You can sing, you can play, you found your joy. And it took going against the grain to be together. And the universe is here to say, Lion Spirit is here to say, to be generous, to be so grateful that Spirit made this connection happen. And it is going to make it happen. It's going to show you the way. It already is showing you the way. And this card always reminds me of my dad because it's number 37. And I also might be going to see 2 white lions tomorrow out in central Pennsylvania. There is a safari that you can take, and it's a couple hours away, but I was thinking, how cool would that be if I treated myself to that? My birthday is on August 19th, so I know it's a little bit far away, but how cool would it be to go there on the 8/8 portal, the Lions Gate, and to go to see they have these special 2 white lions at the safari. So I was watching a video last night and it happened, my guides brought it to me and it was like, go, Michelle, go celebrate, go do something for yourself. And I love lions. I literally have them all over my house. I'm a Leo myself. And now I feel like my dad's saying, go. There's also a lion at the safari who looks like this lion, and his name is Leo. So I think this is my cue to go see the lions tomorrow, but let's end the reading here. This portal is huge. Again, the next 6 months, you are opening a door. You're calling in a brand new life for yourself. And I need you to write that letter, thanking the universe for everything that you want it to be. And you're thanking the universe for it. And I think the music is really special. So pay attention to the music you're hearing today and tomorrow. I think Spirit is going to be talking to you through music, as it always does. But for the next 2 days, I just heard be very, very tuned in, tapped in, and turned on to it. Maybe open up your Pandora. Maybe you never listen to Pandora, and just put it on shuffle. Put every station that you have on shuffle and see what comes through. Because I put all of these charms on the dream job is on the way. So I feel like that's symbolic. I think maybe you're going to be getting messages through music about your dream job. All right, lovies, thank you so much for being here. I don't think I'm going to do a midweek reading this week, so just a heads up. I do have other videos planned, although if I do get to it, I'll do it. But I have a lot of work going on this week, a lot of filming. So forgive me for no midweek, but I will see you next weekend in our weekly energy reading for the 3rd week in August, I guess, 2nd week, 3rd week. And remember, write your letters, clean your homes and cleanse your auric field today, tomorrow, and the next day for the next 3 days. All right, lovies, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.